Hi friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm back again with another inspiring card project using celebration items. So I wanted to share, I want to jump on real quick and share with you. And whether you're watching on Facebook or you're watching on replay on YouTube, welcome. So let me start with some stamping fun, and I'm going to change the camera around, so if you get ill, now that's the time to look away so we can get stamping. Alright, I'm moving the camera. Look away, because here we go. You're going to see my ceiling, my big white light, and probably my head here in a minute. There we go. Alright. So there's the celebration catalog, and I was just going to show you the products I'll be using in this the project I'm sharing with you today. I'm trying to get my computer, there we go, so anybody joining me live, there, you won't hear the feedback. So first of all, celebration goes on. We got a couple more weeks of it, so with every $50 purchase you can earn free product. And here's the catalog. So for a $50 order, you could choose the Hippos stamp set, or you could choose the dies that coordinate with that. Maybe you place a $100 order, you can choose two things. Rings of Love. I did a project last week with the Rings of Love DSP. That's a $50 order level. Now these cards, the pool party and soft seafoam cards and envelopes, sold out, so ignore them. Stylish Sketches, that's a $50 level. Silver and Gold DSP, I'm using that today in the project, and I have been just playing around with this. This is so, whether you want to use it plain or you want to sponge on it or color on it, I've been doing all kinds of things with that. So wait for till you see today's project. This is a stamp set, Amazing Phrases. It has 17 stamps in it, so that's a $100 level. And then sold out. The celebration products are while supplies last, and they do sell out, and so you can no longer get those dies. So yeah. And then the other thing I'm using today is this Wonderful World stamp set. Now this comes in a bundle with this DSP that coordinates with it at the $100 level, because you're getting both a stamp set and some beautiful DSP. Today's project, I am only using the stamp set, not this beautiful DSP, but it is great. And the other fun thing about Celebration, if you host a $300 show or you place an order for $300, you get this exclusive stamp set. You can only get it by being a hostess. I cannot even get it unless I host my own $300 show. So great time. That's until the end of August also. And then if you sign up during Celebration, join my team, you'll get this Making Plans collection. Now this is an exclusive. You get a planner, you get calendars and stickers, you get notebooks, and you get a stamp set. I think this one has a lot of stamps in it too. I can't, 28 stamps, yeah. So this is a real great deal, because you can only get that during Celebration. End of August, no longer available. So quickly, let me show you the card that we're making today. So this is that paper, that Silver and Gold DSP, that Celebration, and then this floral image is from the Wonderful World stamp set. So here's my card kit. This was a card kit that we did in my stamp class, my stamp club. We meet monthly. If you'd like to join, you can be in person if you're in Central Maryland, or you can do long distance, and I would mail out all the club kits. This is the kit you would get. No stamped images, but I do provide any kind of embellishments. You provide your own ink and stamps. So this card is going to have some sponging. So did I stamp on the inside? Yes, I did stamp that floral image on the inside. So we're going to use our blending brushes to color that. I'm going to stamp on that, and I'm going to put these others aside. So this card base is Orchid Opulence. No, Orchid Oasis. Orchid Opulence. Oh my gosh, that's like a blast from the past. That's a really old Stampin' Up! Color. And then Starry Sky. You can visit my blog at stampinghair.blogspot.com for all the measurements and more details about this project. If you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description below. Check it out so you can go and recreate this card. So I am using Orchid Oasis for my flower images. So I'm going to stamp that. We're going to stamp that first, and then do some blending brushes. So the stamp image is this one that I have already talked about. So I'm going to open my Orchid Oasis and ink this up. And I'm going to kind of just put it right in the center of this white cardstock. Okay, that's so beautiful. Look at, so the stamp automatically, I only inked it once, but it automatically gives light and dark shadings. That's just a beautiful stamped image. You don't even have to have two ink pads. One ink pad, and then the stamp does all the work for you. I am going to bring in my scrap paper because I don't like to mess up my pristine work space. I think I've shared that before, just one of my little quirks. I'm going to put these flowers down here in the corner of my inside, and I am also going to put them on my envelope because I do like to dress up my envelopes. So I'll do the same, ink it up, and just stamp on the outside of my envelope. Well, went a little too forceful on that. You know, things happen. Whoever gets this will probably think it's part of the design. Like I intended to do that. Of course I did. Okay, and the other color that I'm using is my Starry Sky to put my Feel Better. And that Feel Better comes from the Hand Pen Petals, which is in the annual catalog. Feel Better, friend. I always feel like I need a get well card. It just seems that I need them and then I don't have them. I have a lot of thank you cards, but not so many on hand and not so many Feel Better. So I'm going to put this right down in the lower right hand corner. And that's the Starry Sky for the minute. Okay, and now we're going to get to the blending brush. So here's my well-loved blending brush. You get 3 of these in a pack, and they're just so soft. You just want to keep playing with them. And so I'm using 3 colors on my DSP. And I'm going to go from Balmy Blue to Orchid Oasis to Starry Sky. So it's kind of an ombre color. Oh, let me show you this paper real quick. So this is the DSP, well, that you can get for free during Celebration. But I've used so much of it because I've been doing so many projects with it. You get polka dots in silver and gold. You get stripes in silver and gold. And you can see this is probably the only pattern I haven't used the gold stripes. I've used quite a bit of it because it's just so fabulous. You can use it like as I said, colored, or you can use it as is. You can use markers on it to color it. Today I'm brayering. So I'm going to put my paper long ways, and I'm going to start off with Balmy Blue. I'm going to ink up my brush. Really ink it up. Now I don't want to blob it on because it will leave a blob, so I'm going to kind of dab it over here and lightly come onto my DSP. Really pick up this ink, blob it off, and then come onto the paper. And I'm just moving the ink up on the paper. Now this will take a minute, so I hope you will stick with me and try some blending. And I really kind of want the color darkest at the bottom, and then, or lightest at the bottom, and working way up to the dark. So I just keep blending my color. Alright, I'm going to move on now. I think I've moved as much color as I can. Got them all my Balmy Blue up on the bottom. Now the next third of it, I'm going to use the Orchid Oasis. So I'll switch colors now and bring in my Orchid Oasis. I'm going to use my same blending brush because that was such a light color, and I think I got most of the ink off of it. Now this pad is very juicy, so it's going to be a lot darker. Now I'm just now doing the middle third. I'm transitioning from the balmy blue into my Orchid Oasis. And move that ink up the DSP, and you can see I'm just layering the color. Get some more ink, kind of blop it off so I don't get a dark blob on my my DSP. So I'm just still layering that color. You can see the color is still coming off. I think that's about all for the Orchid Oasis. And now I'm moving on to my darkest colors, the Starry Sky. And the same thing, I'm going to ink this up, really get it up. Now when I'm done, I will rub my blending brush on my chamois to remove some of the ink, and possibly even underwater. So this is the darkest color, and I want the darkest color at the top, so I'm going to really kind of focus on the top of it and blending it down. But I want to keep some of my Orchid Oasis, keep some of that focus. So I'll just spend more time blending it here at the top to give it that transition from the light to the dark. Alright, I think that I am satisfied with that. And now I can put my scrap paper away and start building my card. So there's my front piece, and I'm going to adhere that to my Starry Sky layer. I'm using my liquid glue, my Tombow multi-purpose. And I like it because there's a little bit of forgiveness that if you can't line it up the first time, you have a little bit of leeway to wiggle it around and get it centered the way you want it. And then here's my card base. I'm bringing in my bone folder just to sharpen up that score line. And I cut this paper at 3 inches this way. 3 inches out of it. It was a 6x6, so that's basically a half a sheet. So that way I can do 2 cards. It's a very economical cut. So when I'm working with that 6x6 paper, I like to do 2-inch cuts or 3-inch, just so I can use my paper economically. So I'm putting the lighter balmy blue at the bottom and about a 1/4 inch over from the edge, and this is 5.5 by 3 inches, because I can tell it's 5.5 because it matches the card base perfectly. Now, no dimensionals. I know you guys are shocked that I would be making a card without the dimensionals, but this just proves that I can do it when I want to. So I'm going to give about 3/4 of an inch top and bottom, and then a 1/4 inch on the right side to match what I left on the left hand side. And then for the inside, I'll place this in. I did not put a sentiment on the greeting on the inside. I'll just write a handwrite a message in when I need to send this to somebody who's not feeling well. Just personalize it. That's so gorgeous. I love these colors. This Orchid Oasis is beautiful. Now the last thing I wanted to do to add to this card is these fine sparkle adhesive back gems, and these are in the mini holiday catalog, in where the gnomes are. So even though these are pool party, or I think these are balmy blue, they kind of coordinate with that lighter color, so that's what I'm going to use them on this project. So I'll put a sparkly down here, and then just follow the pattern in my sample. Oh, I think that actually was a medium too. No, maybe it was a small one. Here we go. Oops. So, 2 celebration items. The silver and gold DSP and the Wonderful World stamp set. Gorgeous, gorgeous card. So if you have any questions, want to place an order, hit me up. Want to join my stamp club? I would love to have you in there. Just hit me up, and you can start doing it. Doing the projects, I will mail them. The card gets to you. Just hit me up. I'd love to have you in there. And until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.